30 seconds, and I can take a piss break.
Sure, go ahead. I'll just do the
Right.
countdown. I'll do the countdown and the label or the starter.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you?
Hey, welcome to the chill stream. Boy, we've already got we got 3 people in the chat. We got Andy Masterson, we've got Snorta Popus, and we've got Mayor McCheese. Hey guys, I thought this would be a good after chat from the epic Doomcock stream we had, and I have in the panel my wife, the lovely Sandra Feliciano.
Oh, I thought you were going to say me. It's not. I'm not your wife.
No, you're not.
No, but you are beautiful.
Yeah. And the C units, Tyra and Beard. And no, I can't do as good an Australian accent as Doomcock was. I used to back in the day. I mean,
you can try. It's good to see Andy. Good to see the mayor here. It's good to see Snort.
Yeah.
You know, some good people. We got some good people here in the stream. Love you guys, and I hope you're all doing well.
Yeah, hope everybody's doing well. As I was saying, I actually was in a play where one of my roles was doing Steve Irwin, and I made a passable Australian accent, but never again. He's got a tough accent, even for an Australian.
Okay. So it's a little bit ironic that I call you Stingray.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually played Steve Irwin, who got killed by a stingray. That's fucked up, man.
I know. This was before he got killed by a stingray. This was a good. This is good 5 years before it happened.
No shit. So what sort of play was this? Because
it was sort of. Our synagogue did it, and it was called it was a takeoff on the Lion King. Uh-huh. And it was at the tail, and so they did take a lot of liberties.
Okay. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Hey Andy, you want to come on?
Yeah, fucking Andy, get your ass in here, mate.
Yeah, I'll send you DM.
And what about
DM
me
or hold on, let me see if I let's see, do I have
because we're in the same room, I'm sure there's a little bit of an echo. So Andy, if you come on, I'll go out, and that way we won't echo.
Echo. Let's see. Andy, do you have a Twitter?
I don't have a proper mic at the moment. Andy's saying 5 minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Do you have a Twitter, Andy? And we may even have the great Fat Man. He says he's interested, so let me get the Fat Man in here.
So, Sandra, something I've wanted to ask you for a while is, have you ever done a barrel roll in a single-engine airplane?
Not personally, but I was on an airplane with someone who did. It was
Really?
yeah, it was an experimental. I forget what the name of it was, but we were doing barrel rolls and loops and the whole 9 yards. It was fun.
When was
Wow.
this?
Oh gosh,
Last
Carlos
week.
when he
Oh,
when he built the one experimental, probably about 3 or 4 years ago. In Frederick.
okay. I remember that.
So
Yeah,
was,
you were
was
jealous.
was that
You
a
went to
turbo
one.
prop, or was it just like a standard prop, or what?
Yeah, it was a standard prop, but you have to have a fuel pump that'll actually work when the plane is inverted in
Yeah.
order to do it.
Yeah. Oh wow, man, that's awesome.
Okay. We're going to have Andy, and I sent the invite to Andy and Fett.
Cool.
See if they'll come in.
Oh, it's Fett here.
He should be. He should be here momentarily.
So I spent a few $100s printing out his artwork and putting it up around Bendigo and all over Victoria, and it was so much fun because you just like you can get in trouble for doing that sort of shit. It's like graffiti, but yeah, we went around and yeah, we were just poster bombing a whole bunch of places. It was awesome. Fet for Hire's got some good artwork, and
Yes, he
you gotta
does.
get it out, you know. Yeah, you got to
Yes,
get
he
it out there.
does. You ought to see. Let's see. You ought to see what he just put out there. The latest picture of me.
I thought he was going to bust a gut laughing.
What, this one that's out there? Hey, hello, son of a red shirt. Snort. Okay. Yeah, I just, it's still early in the night. I just figured, let's do this. Let's just put people on there.
Yeah, why not, man?
Yeah, why not? I mean, and I'm very happy that I'm at 111
Yeah, congratulations,
subscribers.
man. That's awesome. It was so good to see you get to 100. I'm like, yeah, boy. It's like when the Aussies score 100 playing cricket. It's like it's always a milestone. So 100's a good thing, man. Well done.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you. I just hope we can get some more. Hope it'll keep going. Get the momentum.
Oh, what? 500,000? Well, I mean, is that?
No, I'm not looking for that. I am not looking for that. It would be nice to be monetized, but I know I would have a lot of paperwork to do once I did. That's like, nah. I'll just do it to have fun.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, because hey,
I'm
Casey,
sending you a couple of pictures.
Welcome. Merry Christmas. Wow, I am honored. We have the great Casey Osowski. Glad you can make
Casey
it.
Osowski, good to see you, man.
Yeah. This is his debut here. Thank you for coming.
So, Tyron, you said you were mailing things. Should we be afraid?
It's like it's not a wrong chat. It's not a dick pic. It should be fine. It should be fine. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that is cool. That is cool.
So
Yeah,
so basically, Fet for Hire sent me his artwork, and I started putting it up all around Victoria, and cost me a small fortune, but like, I mean, why wouldn't you?
yeah. Let's see if I can
Um,
share it. Let's see if I can share it. Come on. Come on, StreamYards. Okay.
God damn, I need to shut down like at least 30.
All right, I'm going to have to do it the trick way.
30 tabs. So, how's everyone's day been?
Oh, it was good. We had family over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, granddaughters are so cute. The baby is 3 months old, and she's going to be a ginger. Oh, she's so
No,
sweet.
not a ginge. Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she has the cutest little smile. She's just learned how to smile, and she's just got that exuberant baby smile that they have not a care in the world. And our older granddaughter is 5, and she was just over the moon with having Grandpa push her on the porch swing, and she really loved her presence. And she had a good time. She was crying when she left. She didn't want to leave us.
Oh,
We told her
Oh,
she could
that's
come
cute.
anytime she wanted. So she wants to come tomorrow when they're supposed to drive to Pennsylvania to see the other side of the family.
all right. So, Snort just said he did a barrel roll once. I want to be there for that. I would love to do a barrel roll. In a Cessna, and be like, "Come on, Cessna, take it. Can you do it?" And Son of a Red Shirt's here as well. That's
Yeah. Son of a red shirt. The great Casey Osowski. Hey, I am honored to have him here.
fucking nice.
Mayor
Yeah,
McCheese. Mayor McCheese is here. Andy Masterson, who should be coming on soon. I sent them the stream. And also Fet for Hire.
Snort.
Of
I
course.
prefer to drain barrels, not roll them.
Yeah. What flavor barrel do you like to have, Snort?
That's funny as.
Oh, I was so surprised, and I did corned beef today, and there was a recipe that said use beer, and I said, I'll give it a try. I'm the only one eating it, so why not? It came out really good.
So, okay, so I've never used beer when I've cooked corned beef. What I would usually do is I'd throw like the odds and ends of all the veggies that I'm cooking. So like the stalks of the cauliflower and the carrot and the
Yeah.
and everything. I'll just tuck that in there and make it stock. But I'll cook it in the stock. And then cauliflower with like a bechamel sauce or a cheese sauce, and then you got your potatoes and you got your peas and your carrots, and you just smother it in that cheese sauce. It's so good, man.
Never
That's
tried
like my
cheese sauce.
favorite meal. Hey,
Never tried cheese sauce on corned beef.
you can't what?
I never had cheese sauce on corned beef.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
You're not making any sense to me right now. You need, right? You need to get this into your life, right? So you have the corned beef, right, with all those veggies, and then you just smother it all in bechamel sauce, and you will just like, yeah. If you're not creaming your pants already, just thinking about it, you will be creaming. Like you're gonna love. It's the best thing ever. Oh my god. And that was my favorite meal. So my parents, every time we get together for like family gatherings and stuff like that,
Mhm.
you know, each one of my brothers, I got three younger brothers. They'll be like, "Oh, I want this, mum. I want this, mum. I want this, dad." And I'll be like, "I fucking want corned beef, right?" And my mum's the only one that can make it. And my brother one day said to me, he's like, "Hey man, what are you up to? What are you up to? What are you doing today?" I'm like, "Fucking not much, man." And he's like, "Well, do you want to have dinner?" And I'm like, "Yep, yep, yep." And he's like, "Do you want corned beef?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, for sure, absolutely." He's like, "All right, I'm going to find the ingredients, but you have to fucking cook it," because I was the only one that could cook it as good as my mum. And it was,
Mm.
it was, yeah, it was so much fun just having those food experiences with your family, right? You know,
Yeah,
good times, happy days.
good.
Because
Hey,
the rest of
Andy.
us had ham.
Hey,
Hello. Hi,
How you
guys.
doing, Andy?
Hi, Andy.
Not too bad. How about yourselves?
We're doing good. Can't complain. Decided to do a chill stream here
Sounds like a good plan.
after the. I mean, come on! It's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock Eastern time on a Saturday night. Why not? Everybody's
is
doing
that
Christmas.
Andy? Is that
Yes.
Andy? Andy, g'day, mate. Good to speak to you finally.
Guess I have to brush up on my Australian accent. Truth.
Buying the kangaroo down, sport.
Yeah,
Buying
Struce,
the
mate.
kangaroo down.
Raymond, don't give up your day job.
I think. I try. So, well, I hope you had a great Christmas, Andy.
It was
you too,
okay. Nothing
Simon?
exciting. I worked a lot of the day.
Oh, okay. That's not good. On a Christmas?
That's okay. It was fun work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was dumb and agreed to help out tomorrow with the one facility because they're short. But, it's good optics. Plus, if they didn't really, really need the help, they wouldn't have asked me.
Yeah, at least it's something productive anyway.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Son of a red shirt. This is going back for a third plate.
Third
I mean,
plate.
come on,
Wow.
man. That's hectic.
Yeah. Well, you can come back after you. You can come back after you grace. I think we'll be here for a little bit. So.
And Casey was asking, can we get Casey on or no? Like,
that's up to him. Do you want Casey? You want to come on?
Yeah, Casey, come on, man. Casey's a good bloke.
Yeah.
I met him when he first joined Doomcock's channel, and he's been so generous.
Mm-hmm. He's a great guy.
He's just a good bloke, really.
Yeah. I know if I ask Snort, he's gonna probably swipe me with his big old paw and say, "No."
Bribe him with salmon.
Bribe him with salmon.
Okay, Casey says it sounds great to come on. Can you send him a link?
Oh, sure. Do you have a Twitter, Casey? Let's see.
Or I could just drop it in the chat and have
Sure,
a
why
free
not?
for all.
Sure, why not?
Give me just a minute here.
I was looking for my better microphone and I can't find it.
I can't wait till you come on in January, Andy, and show off some of your stuff.
Yeah, I've been getting everything together, so
Good.
I have it all in one spot.
Okay.
Okay, Casey, I dropped the link in the chat. Hopefully it'll work if you want to go ahead and hit on that. And give it a shot and see what happens.
Yeah, Andy,
What's going to happen? We're going to have like
Okay.
2,000 people all of a sudden jumping on the stream. Sandra,
Why
seriously.
not?
Why would you
Why
do
not?
that?
Because if you get enough people on, I can go and I have some cheesecake.
Go ahead, hon. You can cut me a piece.
Okay.
Hey, Fat.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, how's the wild genius?
I am well. I am well.
Oh,
There's my brother.
What's up, Andy?
How are you? My brother.
All right, Ray. I need you to do me a favor, and I need you to share those 2 pics that I sent to you.
okay. Okay, I'm going to need some education on this. Okay, because when I shared, I got the tunnel to eternity. Do I need to come in as a separate person, Fat, and go in?
No, you shouldn't need to. You should just be able to open the image and then share the screen.
Yeah, make sure you're on your Twitter tab.
All right. Okay.
Because I just wanted to show that Fet's artwork has gone up all over Victoria.
All right, let's see.
Australia.
Twitter. All right.
Hell, Tyron. Merry Christmas, brother.
Okay.
How's you, man? Good to see you. How's things?
All
Oh,
right.
they're good. They're good. Good to be here.
We're the busiest men on the internet.
I'm really looking forward to Ray making a mistake like a retarded dolphin. You know, like here we go. There it is.
Do you see it?
Boomcock. I see it.
You see it?
Oh, there we go. That's at the bus stop.
That's awesome.
Just around the corner from where I lived. And there's another one.
Yeah, let me get that one.
And this was the next one. So that's in a really public bus stop. But the next one is at a shopping center where there were fucking, like, everyone went there. And that was up for fucking months and months and months and months. And so these pictures were like 1 meter by 1 meter. And they cost me $10 each, but it was just really good to fucking put them out there, you know, like go out and do a mission at night and fucking blow 'em up. It was so much fun. So I want to say to you, Fet, thank you so much. You know, your artwork is so impressive, and I loved it, and I had a good time fucking putting it out there.
Oh, man, you're welcome, man. I'm glad to be a part of it. Spread the word of Doomcock.
Yes.
It was so much fun, you know, and yeah, and I got the smaller ones that you gave me as well. I think I put out like, I don't know, 50 of those. I don't know.
Sweet. Sweetness.
Yeah. And I had a guy go, fuck, man, I didn't know that Doomcock was transmitting to Bendigo. Like, I haven't heard about him for years. But then I saw his picture up near the bottle shop, and I'm like, yeah, well, there you go. You know, so people have got back in touch with Doomcock because they've seen your artwork, man. And
Oh, that's great.
I'm proud of you for doing that, man. You did good. Did good.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, this background here. I wish I could figure out how to show this background here that you did. But let's see. Come on. Let's see.
So what's going on, Casey? Casey,
I think he's
Osowski.
just. Oh, he can't get in. Let me. Okay, you can't get in. Let me. Case, do you have a Twitter? Let me try myself. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, she sent the. Okay, I think she sent the chat link instead of the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, it took me to YouTube.
Okay. Snort. No, Snort. I've got. I've paid for the full thing.
Really, you got the full package.
Yeah, I got the full package.
I just wanted to hear you say that. No, I've got the full package.
I got the full package.
You got the total package.
I can go up to 9, Snort.
He's got 9 inches there, Snort. Fucking hell, man.
Oh gosh. Hey Zax and hey
He's got the full package,
Ms.
Snort.
Martin Muses. And oh, there's Casey. All right.
Oh, Miss Martin
Hey
Muses is
Casey,
here.
welcome.
Hey, Casey.
To all,
How you doing, brother?
wonderfully. How are you guys?
Casey,
How about
good to
you?
see you getting it working, mate.
How you doing?
We're great.
I'm doing wonderfully.
Casey, good to see you getting it working.
You may want to turn off the
How you doing?
Casey, you may want to turn off the YouTube because we're getting the echo off of you. You may want to turn off.
I got it. Sorry,
All right. Oh, no worries.
I'm just not used to this yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Zax. Hey, Ms. Martin Muses. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the chill stream. I wonder if we're the only ones doing something tonight.
I think I saw that like Mecha Random was doing something, but I don't think anyone else is. But if I could take just a minute, to say how honored I am to be here with you all tonight.
Oh, glad to have you.
Casey,
It's
you're a great bloke, man, and I love chatting with you. I love hanging out with you in the streams, and I just want to say, there's 8 people watching now, and I'm only seeing 5 likes. I need to see some more likes.
Yeah.
If we get that happening, that'd be great. But Casey, man, you're a legend. And when I first met you, like we had a really good conversation. I don't know if you can remember it, but man, you're awesome. You're awesome.
if I remember correctly, didn't we actually first meet at like the Doomcock Christmas party like 2 years ago?
2 years
Like
ago, yeah.
after I joined.
Yeah.
Just after I joined the channel or Patreon or whatever it was, we had a Christmas party, and I think we met there.
Yeah, man.
And you know what, guys? I have to say, to this day, to to know all of you is a real honor.
Well, this honor is ours, Casey.
Yes, the honor is ours, brother.
Yes. You're a wonderful person, a great contributor to Doomcocks, and I am so happy that you subscribed here, because I hope you've seen some of the videos and see what I'm doing here.
I really appreciate it, guys. I have a favorite ask.
Sure.
I have a favorite ask of you all. I plan to start a channel here within a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Now, the focus that I want for my channel is I love Doomcock to death, but I think that if we really want to save culture, pop culture for ourselves, it's not just enough to have people walking stuff back. What we need to do is be able to encourage more creativity within our own community to create our own stuff, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's films, short or otherwise, books. I want to find and showcase people that are doing that kind of thing. So if any of you know anybody who would like to do this, I would like to bring them on my channel, along with doing, the occasional pop culture. If something pisses me off, I'll talk about it. But for the most part, I really want to concentrate on trying to develop new talent. Because
That's exactly
what's that, Randy?
That's exactly what I'm doing here. That's what started it. I've got 2 books, except for Doomcock and Clobby. It was almost like pulling teeth to get on a YouTube channel to have them talk about it. So that's what I did. That's why I did this. I did this so that people can come in and show their stuff.
I'll be honest with you. I love your stuff, what I've seen of it.
Yeah. Oh, and I've got more. I've got Andy coming on. More of Fat.
I'm always lurking in the background.
Oh, you are an evil genius, my friend.
I want to talk to you, Fat. We're going to do some business here, son.
Uh-oh.
I don't care. I'll pay you. I don't give a shit. I want to be able to do something. I want to be able to do something that'll blow people away. And you're one of the only people I know that can do that. If you can make me look good, then you are a miracle worker.
Oh, that would be great.
Hey, man, I was going to say, man, anything you need for your channel or anything, I'll hook you up. You don't have to pay me, man. It's all cool.
Dude, okay, can I explain something to you guys?
Sure.
I'm a 58-year-old disabled guy, right? And now I went to college. I've done everything that I was supposed to do. But when I got out of college, I couldn't find a job to save my life. I was either overqualified, underqualified, or they didn't even want to look at me. I have dreamed of a job where all I had to do was talk for a living. This is about as close as I've ever going to come. But I have to say, if I'm going to do this shit, if I'm going to do it, I'm doing it right. And I'm not stopping.
Oh, yeah, that's the way to do it. And I'll tell you what.
So
you start your channel, Casey, I will be one of the first to subscribe.
Well, you got 4 subscribers right here already.
I'll let you know, guys. Seriously, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm going to set up the Gmail account tomorrow, and Doomy just told me because one of the problems I've been having, because I've been trying to do this for months, but when I go over and I try to look at YouTube videos on how to start a channel, right? How to do it if you want a brand channel. But I can't see what they are showing me in the video. I'm legally blind. I can't see what I'm doing, and I can't find anybody to help. So I have no idea about doing channel art. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. I know how to set up I know how to set up a Gmail account. Doomy said send it over to him and he'd take care of it. But I don't want to do that because let's face it, building an evil robot army takes his time.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got so many things on his plate that he's just such a nice guy that I really hate to bother him anymore. But I don't know how to do it. You know what? I would pay somebody to do two things: help me set up the first channel, and then give me written instructions that I could follow for any other channel I wanted to build.
Hello there.
Fez.
Here.
Fez for hire.
Fez for hire. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing?
Hello. Merry Christmas. How y'all doing?
We're doing great.
Merry Christmas, John.
See,
Good
see
to see
Snort? See Snort? I got 7 on here.
Yep.
The package is growing.
Yes, the package is growing.
It's been a good day.
Yes, it
And
has.
had dinner with the family and then dinner with some old friends of mine, old DMLA brothers. And the best part of the day, aside from the great seafood they made, and I don't know if you can see this, but my nephew got me this ring. It's a Knight Templar ring. And that thing is bigger than my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
that was pretty awesome. And it's got the crown and cross on it. And on the other side, do it that way, the shield and cross. And that was just so cool. This isn't one of those cheap rings you find on the internet. He actually went out and looked for this. So I'm pretty thrilled.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
we had king crab legs and scallops wrapped in bacon and shrimp and God knows what else. But my one buddy, he became quite a chef. And Italian heritage, those people know how to cook wonderfully. And I grew up in an Italian town with him. So that was always fun.
Hey, Sherry, welcome aboard. Merry Christmas. I think Fez, John, you're probably causing Snort to drool. All that talk about seafood.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for coming on board, Sherry. It's great to have you here. Great to gather after a hectic day with the families.
Mm-hmm.
After the Doomcock stream, AO Doomcock, and just chill out.
Can I just say, like, I have to interject a little
Please
bit
do.
here. Fez for hire.
Yes, sir.
John Rendell.
Yes.
I've got to say, I'm thinking you're kicking in on Vet for Hire's name, and I'm not sure if like how comfortable I feel with that. especially,
Well, you had
You had to have seen the clip, Tyron.
You had a delicious lunch. All right, I had lasagna, and you're talking about delicious lunch. Oh my god! Oh,
we both made out well. I love lasagna. When I was growing up in West Pittston, there was a little old Italian lady lived just about half a block up from me. And when she made lasagna, you knew it because that smell was coming right down Delaware Ave towards my house. And you would smile and then all of a sudden frown because you knew by the time you smelled it, they'd already eaten it. So it was one of those no-win situations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because by the time you got there,
and she was nice. She if she had food, she would make you anything. She was great. But no, Tyron, you had to see the clip on Fet for Hire's channel.
yeah,
It's That was really cool of him to do that. I thought that was great. Pet, how are you doing?
I am doing. How are you, brother?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
That's
Been a
good.
good day. Better than I expected. But yeah, so far so good.
Awesome. Tweeting out the link to this here.
Yeah.
Should have done it sooner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know one thing that makes me sad right now is that I haven't heard much from Andy. Andy's a good bloke, and I'd like to hear from you, Andy, if you're there.
I'm here. Just listening.
Nah, don't fucking listen, mate. Talk.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You're talking about all kinds of great food, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking like the best I did today was make my grandmother's homemade bread recipe.
Oh,
Mm,
oh,
fresh
that
bread is
sounds-
awesome.
yes, yes.
I haven't had fresh bread in years.
Mhm.
Yeah, fortunately, I didn't eat too much of it, so I'm hoping to get on the scale tomorrow and not be horrified.
Yeah, Sandra's fresh bread is absolutely amazing.
Mm.
She doesn't put in any of the preservatives or anything like that stuff either.
Yeah, it's only good for like one day, if that. But then the next day you take it and you put it in the toaster, flop all on it. It's great.
She just made yesterday, she made from scratch cheesecake, and oh my, mwah. Oh,
Ooh.
Did someone say cheesecake out loud?
yes, I did.
Yeah.
That sound you're hearing is my brakes squealing because I'm already in the car at Warp 6 headed for West Virginia. I love cheesecake.
Oh, this stuff is. Oh,
The lovely Sherry's here as well. We should say
Yes.
good day to her. That's
hello,
it.
Sherry.
Hello, Terry.
Hello, Sherry.
Hey, old Sherry.
Care to come on, Sherry?
Fucking, there's room.
Yeah, we got room.
No.
Yep.
Raymond didn't spend money, right? Not to show up. Okay? If you can do one thing right today, it would be to show up. I'm just saying.
He wants to show off his package.
And don't you get not get any ideas, Pat. No.
Yeah,
Too
go
late.
for it.
You've already turned me into a couple of memes. No.
Too late, man. I'm full of ideas. You know that.
Yes, I know. Did you see Wendy's she started using it as an avatar.
Yeah, I couldn't believe she liked that.
Oh man.
She loves it.
Yeah, wait till I set it up tomorrow for the Wednesday stream. You guys will be awestruck. Fat hit a new level. He absolutely hit a new level.
And Wendy loves it. She changed it to her avatar. Tyron, take a look at my little avatar there. That's probably about 2 years ago, and I put a little labels on it about pop culture. But yeah, that was a couple of my acquisitions I had gotten at that point.
No, I'm not going to look at. No, I'm not going to look at anything that might be potentially incriminating. If
if I can get with Rennie at a range, then she should be able to do that as well, and then you'll have your work cut out for you trying to beat her.
I can't wait to go to the range with you guys. Like seriously. So for anyone that doesn't know, I'm moving to fucking Texas in ASAP, and I'm going to buy Rennie a Glock.
Yes.
And she's going to buy me a Glock as well. She's going to buy me a Glock, but it's going to be pink with a purple fucking suppressor. And I'm like, no, I think that's a little bit inappropriate. Like, if you pull that out, like, you have to be able to rock that. A pink Glock with the purple suppressor, that spells penis. I just don't think that's right.
Mhm.
They think you're probably you're probably compensating.
Yeah.
Especially in Texas.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Says the guy
call me
bragging
Yeah.
about his big package.
That's
Welcome,
the best joke all day.
Legatus.
That is the best joke all day. I have to say that, Ray.
Well, you know, Tyron, you know what they call the sales pitch for a Glock? The Glockenspiel. Now that's the worst joke you're going to hear today.
Ba-boom.
Yes, that's the worst joke.
Welcome, Legatus Legionii.
Hello, Legitis.
Legatus, yes.
Yeah.
We just, I don't know why you didn't get the notice. I just pulled it out of nowhere, so I'm not surprised you didn't get the notice.
All right. So now I need to settle this right now.
Mhm.
So we got Fez for Rendell, right?
Yep.
And we got Fet for Hire. Now,
Mhm.
Fet for Hire is my man. I do like you, Mr. Rendell, Mr. John
Mhm.
Rendell. So why were you having this confusion? Yeah.
Oh, it's not a confusion. You actually have to see the video.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was on the. Let me see when it was.
Yeah, send me a fucking link. I'll look into that.
Was
You will
it
all
the-
perish in flames.
There's the Fez.
yeah. Oh,
Little sneak peek.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to. Was it the first? Hey, Fat. Was it the first? Was it the test stream or was it the birthday stream? Do you remember what,
I
guys?
think
What?
it was the birthday stream, if I remember right, but I could be wrong.
I think you're
Okay.
right about that.
Okay, Tyron, I will DM you the link to the birthday stream, and that's where you will get the idea of why we're saying Fez for hire.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me do that.
Okay,
right now.
so you know my Twitter is Bushmaster.
Yeah, we've got it. You're on the web. I got you on the wrench chat, so I'll send it there.
Yeah. Do that.
Let me-
That's going to be interesting to hear
Yeah.
the blending of an Australian and a Texas accent.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, it's funnier when you have the blending of a Californian accent, which is Rennie, and then a Texan accent, which is Rennie, and then my accent, which is Aussie. So it's it's fucking all over the place, man. I'm not sure how we're going to go with customs. Not sure.
I
It's
know
gonna be
people.
fucked.
I know people. Well, people think I'm from Boston. I'm like, really? No, I am not from Boston.
Boston.
You didn't
Yeah,
play
people-
drums for Boston?
No, people say I have a Boston accent. I'm saying I have not been anywhere at any time to Boston.
Well, that depends. What are khakis?
Khakis.
To the rest of the world, they're pants. In Boston, it's what you use to start your car.
Oh, okay. Is Harvey sneaking around here, handing everybody his joke book?
My nephew moved up to Boston, so
Oh my god. Who said that?
no,
Who said about stealing someone's joke book?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could have been a Beth
honestly,
Morstad
though,
joke.
guys, I know people from Boston, and they do talk like that. It's really weird to listen to these people talk.
Yeah.
Of course, I shouldn't say anything, I guess. God knows what I must sound like.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Yep.
Hey,
Um,
I live in a part of the world where we refer to that substance that covers most of the earth as water instead of water. So
Mhm.
water.
I know that word.
Mm-hmm. Park the car in Harvard Yards, according to Snort. Snoot.
Water.
I have had no. I want to show I have
This-
not had any
I
alcohol.
got to say to you guys,
beverages.
I got to say, I have to cut everyone off right now. I have to say, my favorite movie is Waterworld. It's the best movie ever. I think you should all watch it.
there's only one problem with that whole movie. Kevin Costner.
It's only one.
Otherwise, I love it. He just puts me to sleep.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
It's
You
the
are
worst
scaring
movie
me.
ever fucking made. Yeah, you're like, is he serious? Do we need to take him out?
Mhm.
Yeah, nah, that's not good. So yeah, no, worst movie ever.
Yeah.
Is anyone in agreement, or does somebody here believe that Waterworld is a good movie?
I have never seen it, so I can't
It
have an
sucks.
opinion.
I thought it was bizarre.
I liked it.
I haven't
I
seen
thought
it forever.
I
I
thought
thought
the
it was-
one girl was cute, but you know.
Well, the bad thing is,
You liked it?
like you said, Kevin Costner, God love him, can't act. If you don't believe me, watch Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. He can't even hold an English accent for 5 minutes in his own movie.
You know. Yeah, he's kind of like a piece
Okay,
of cardboard.
okay. Basically, what I'm saying is, I will fight anyone for 15 minutes that suggests that Waterworld is a good movie. I'll fight them.
Again, I have not. I don't have an opinion.
And don't forget the postman.
Oh God, no!
That was
The Postman. I haven't seen The Postman. Is
Oh
I
that
haven't
a
seen
my.
it either.
It's
It was horrid.
yeah, that's the word. Horrid.
really?
And oh yeah. If
You
you
know,
if you want to see thick cardboard acting, oh my god, that's the best.
and that,
Yeah.
that's, I gotta be honest with you. The one thing that really got to me about that movie was it just seemed like it was a movie where nothing was really going on.
Mhm.
He spent all this time running around on his fucking horse the entire movie, and he never got anything done.
Yeah.
And
The
then
only-
all he had,
The only Costner movie I saw was The Untouchables, and that was definitely a forgettable movie.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Sean Connery, that would have definitely been a
there
forgettable
would be
movie.
movies to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Sean
Dances with Wolves was a good movie, but it was long and I could only watch it once, you know. But yeah,
Dances with
Untouchables,
Wolves
Connery
was
made
way
that.
too long. And
Yeah.
fuck that. Fuck watching it twice. Fuck
Yeah.
watching it 3 times. You know, just no, I could not handle it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
really cool to hear Casey. Can I just say quickly? It's really cool to hear Casey spin his vibes on certain movies because
Oh yeah.
I don't get to hear a lot of what he's got to say. And yeah, I want you to speak up about this movie. I want you to tell me,
Oh,
what do you really believe?
The movies we're talking about now are some of the worst things I think I have ever seen. Kevin Costner could not act his way out of a fucking paper bag if you touched a hole in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going. Don't stop.
Kevin Costner is about the equivalent of watching Dale Mobile on screen.
I think that says it all about Kevin.
Mhm.
It's pretty bad when It's
I
been when
think Kevin's
Keanu Reeves
covered.
can make a better
Kevin's
British
covered.
accent than Kevin Costner.
Mm.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, Carlin, we've got the great
Thieves.
Tyrant Beard on.
And
Yeah.
the one good thing about Dances with Wolves that drew me into it is his love interest in that movie was from Wilkes-Barre, just 10 miles down the road from me. And, somebody famous
okay.
comes from Wilkes-Barre, I got to go see him. And, because we don't have many hometown heroes.
No, you don't.
We
Yeah.
have
Although
I
Jerry Orbach did live there.
Can I ask, because it's been a while since I've seen Dances with Wolves, but what I remember most about it wasn't that one of those movies where when the Indians talked, they didn't give you any subtitles? So basically, anything that the Indians said that Kevin Costner was around, he had to interpret for the audience.
That
I
could
don't
be,
remember there being.
Yeah, it could be. I don't think there were any subtitles unless you got special on the DVD or something.
Because when I watched it on TV, I never saw any subtitles. So whenever Indians were talking among themselves, it would be the equivalent of West Side Story today.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't understand what was going on.
You're comparing it to West Side Story. That is nice. Because that is
That's
the
like
worst
comparing.
movie that's ever been released.
That's comparing
in the
apples
entire
to oranges.
Now there's a scary
And
thought.
No, it's not apples and oranges, man. That's fucking no. What you can do is get a banana and fuck yourself in the ass with it because that is how bad West Side Story is.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think he's got a point here.
All I could, I have to be honest. I know it's Christmas, so please forgive me when I say this, but I'm taking the gloves off one time. Fuck you, Steven Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
He
Amen.
took the best. He took the best
And he
musical ever, in my opinion. I love West Side
and fucked it
Story
up.
and ruined it. I refuse to see it. From what I've
So
from what I've heard
it's
of the
not even
reviews.
Yeah.
I mean,
That somebody could actually want to do that to Natalie Wood's memory is astounding.
Excellent.
It boggles all logic. It boggles my mind completely. Natalie Wood did probably her best work in that film, and he, in one movie, turned it all to
Destroyed
shit.
Yep.
destroyed it.
now I heard that Rita Moreno played in there as a different role. Am I correct?
Yeah, there was
Right.
something about a cameo.
So in other words, they
I
kind of
believe she might have,
yeah.
but it's been, like I say, a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, because she in the original she was Bernardo's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Well, all I know is, like I said, fuck you, Steven Spielberg. Eat a bag of frozen turkey parts.
Carlin,
Okay,
we
I
just
thought you were defending West Side Story, but he actually destroyed that show. I
Yep.
just want to know that we're all on the same page here.
Oh yeah.
oh, we are.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that could have made that movie worse was if Kevin Costner was in it.
I'll give you
Actually, that might have been an improvement.
I don't know. Carla, we're just going around and around. Right now, we're currently bashing Kevin Costner and Steven Spielberg. So feel free to join in the savaging. The savaging will continue until morale improves.
Oh.
So,
I think can I just say I think the King Dolphin has bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. He's just invited a whole bunch of people on, we're all having our bits and pieces to say.
I have no problem with that. I have no
I
problem.
think it's
Look what
great.
happened. Look what happened on the first stream, Tyron. Over there testing.
Yeah, I know.
I turned a test into a party.
Mm-hmm.
I turned a test into a party. Nothing wrong with that. As long as we're all having fun.
Oh, I love you, man. I love you. You're a good bloke.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Love you too. And you guys are great. Boy, you guys are absolutely great. Yeah, I've got that. I can't figure out how to put this background showing this new background. This is a Fet special. Oh, come on, StreamYards. I hate StreamYards at times.
Mm.
Yeah, well, maybe Fet can share it and show you the.
Which one are we talking about?
The decapitated king.
Oh, the decapitated. Okay.
Yeah, you know where you show my face and I got a crown. The cartoon me. Don't get me started on Steven Spielblob. I still think he's on Set the Night. Oh yes, that was reprehensible. Yeah, I still think he was on the set that Vic Morrow and his kids were killed, and those kids were killed making the Twilight Zone, and had his buddies lie about it.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's just like there's a guy down in Mexico. There's a singer named heck was her name? Or drawing a blank. Anyway, she was her and her kids were snorkeling off the coast of Mexico, and this really rich guy tears along in his speedboat and hits them and kills her, and has his bodyguard like take the fall for him and just pays off his whole family and like to go to prison for him. Wow.
Guys, gotta go. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. Casey, thank you for coming on board. You are welcome here anytime.
Good hanging with you, Casey.
And keep us.
Pleasure to meet you.
And goodbye, Casey.
Good night, Casey. Thanks for coming.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Merry Christmas to you,
Merry
Casey.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
brother.
Casey.
Merry Christmas, Casey. Keep us posted on your channel. We'll get ready to subscribe, and if you need any help, let us know.
I will. Thank you, guys.
Before you go, mate, I just wanted to say, you're one of the best blokes that I've met through Doomcock's channel. You're awesome, and I want you to have fucking nothing but success. You know, like get success. Just do it. I love you. You're awesome, and I'll talk to you soon. All right,
Tyron. Before I go, and this is the last thing. You are one of the nicest guys I think I've ever met. Randy is one of the nicest people I think I've ever met, and I feel really, really blessed to know each and every one of you. God bless you. Have a great night, and I look forward to 2022 with all of y'all.
Thank you, Casey.
Thank
Merry
you,
Christmas.
Casey. The honor is ours.
Yeah, man.
Have a good
Pleasure
night
to
and Merry
meet you at
Christmas.
last.
You have a great night, Casey. Any help you need with your channel, you let me know.
Fat.
Yeah.
That is I saw this and I busted a gut. This is great.
That's awesome.
I got to say, man, Casey is like a sitcom. Which is a good thing in Australia. Like, if you call someone a sitcom, that's a good thing. but good bloke. And yeah, I think whatever we can do in terms of supporting him and his channel or whatever, fucking do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Daddy.
Yeah, Casey's. I mean, yeah. You guys are all great, and I'm glad we're supporting each other, and we're out there one after another, and we've got each other's backs. I and that you guys have been great helps for me, helping. Hey, kitty.
That's
Hey.
Dolly,
Hi, Dolly.
my new little friend.
Oh, okay. We all came on board because we love Doomcock and what he does,
Mhm.
and we're and I'm not trying to, I'm doing my own thing, and I know there's a lot of things out there that there's a lot of pop culture things out there that um, I could have been just one buried, but it's like with people like you who are willing to help me out on my, talking to people about other things. That one looks like I'm giving Luke a lobotomy. That looks like I'm giving Luke a lobotomy. Of course, that is the Jake Soywalker one. So yeah, I probably did.
Yeah, he needs one.
Yeah.
You know,
So, but people like Fat and yeah, that's nice.
yeah,
That is
awesome.
nice.
Santa do me.
Santa do me.
Santa do me. La, da, 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 da. Never mind.
That
That's
is
awesome.
great, Andy.
Yeah, I saw it. That is amazing, Andy.
Yeah,
I threw this together last night.
Oh, okay.
awesome.
And you're gonna be on the first Saturday in January to show off your wares. Can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I'll go
And
from
see-
the humble beginnings to the new stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome
Yeah.
work.
Yes.
Thank
But that's what it is. I want to people who don't have channels. I want to help. And you've seen some of my stuff, and yes, I have gone past normal creating and stuff. I've done. Heck, I've talked about bunnies. Okay, who
Ooh,
is that?
Mexican Iron Man.
Ah,
awesome.
awesome. That's cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing, Ray and Fett, for that secret project that you two know about. Andy was actually one of the inspirations for getting me off my butt to do that.
Mhm.
And when it's done, Fed has the new photos I sent, and it's going to be interesting. It won't be my best work because it's the first time I'm doing some things with it, but it'll be rather interesting. I think. I think
That's
Doomy
going to be
will like it.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. Just seeing what I saw. Just seeing what I saw. That's going to be amazing. That's
Yeah,
going to be amazing.
I'm having fun with it, and
Okay.
it's one of those things. You start working on something, and then I get into the depressions, and then I'm, get back into it slowly, and the problem with the eye and all this. So it's taken a while. But Andy was the real inspiration for me to get off my butt and start doing it because I thought of it, more than a year ago.
Uh-huh.
But
I'm really glad I could help with that.
oh yeah. Yeah, in fact, Fed, if you want to send him the latest pictures that I sent you to Andy Masterson, that's okay. And Gary Ambrosia, too. He knows about it.
Okay. Do I have the latest or no?
Yeah, I think I did. Did I send them to you?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, good. Yeah, this will be something different.
Yeah. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't come in. If you've come in and haven't hit it yet. And also, make sure you guys subscribe. I'm at 100. I'm at 111 subscribers.
What the?
Raymond, I think the more important thing that needs to be asked right now
Mhm.
is why does Andy look older than I think he is?
Well, I'm 54, so
Young whippersnapper. I'm 56.
Come on.
You're 56.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably the oldest one here.
Really?
Yeah. I'm probably the
Really?
second. I'm probably the second oldest.
Raymond, you're supposed to say no.
Well, I get in trouble. I get in trouble when I miss her birthday, so I have to sit. And she's older than me, so I have to.
By a
nod and
few
smile.
months.
Yeah.
I'm just older by a few months, but I'm robbing the cradle, I guess. But see, I don't have anywhere near as much gray hair, and I don't dye my hair.
this is all for my daughter.
Smiling politely.
Andy,
Yeah,
it's good to see your face, mate. Because we quite often don't get to look
Hey,
faces
Jill.
and all that sort of stuff. But you sound like a good bloke in the chat.
Wow.
And it's really good to see you on a fucking live stream because that's who you are. Good on you, cunt. Love you.
Care to
Likewise.
come on, Jill? There is a link out there if you want to come on and join this merry band of merry men.
Ooh, anti-derivative Jill. Yes.
Yes, she is there. Hail anti-derivative Jill.
Hail, Jill.
Hail Jill.
Hi, Jill.
And Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
And you are free to come on. Heck, anybody else who wants to join this merry band, the StreamYard chat is out there.
John, you know what you really got to do is invest in a cricket machine.
Cricket.
Yeah.
What does cricket do?
It is imagine like a printer, but it cuts things out for you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It does all kinds of cool things. So I got one and I wasn't really doing much with it because I was a little intimidated by it. So my daughter decides that, like, I'm going to start working with this thing. So she picks it up and she starts like making all this cool stuff, and she's she's doing all these like neat things with it. And I'm like, huh, because that was one of the things that held me back with the Doomcock figure. Because I started, I found this channel in early 2020, and I up to that point, I pretty much thought YouTube was just for like looking for videos to how to fix my car, install my dishwasher, and listen to music.
Yeah.
And I have autoplay on, and this guy comes on with this helmet. And then him and Gary were talking about how they liked action figures.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I wonder if I could make one of them. So but the thing that was holding me back was like, there's no way I could do like the embroidery and stuff like that on the coat.
Mm-hmm.
And so once I got this cricket, it was like, that could be it. That's how I'm going to do it. So I drew the design out.
Yeah.
You upload it into your computer.
Right.
You can scan it. You can take pictures of it. You can even use a cell phone, and
Awesome.
it gives you this option where you like you pretty much like just click the parts of the image you don't want, and it makes like it clears it out for you. So it just cuts out the piece you want. Then you kind of peel away the other stuff and you just iron it on, or you with stuff like that, you just kind of peel the things off and stick it there.
Yeah, because that's with the gold pieces that I put on there. Those were all hand cut out, but and they stand up a little bit because they've got a rubber backing. but it was one of those things I was debating whether I should use them as a pattern and fit it to the red, but it's one of those things. It's a learning experience, but yeah, I can look into that. Do you know how much they cost?
There's different versions of them. The one I got ran about $200. But if you're going to be doing anything like um, uh, stuff like this on a regular basis, like that's what I use to make. I don't know if you saw Doomcock's box that I
Yeah,
sent him. Okay,
yeah.
that was all done with a Cricut machine
No kidding.
and like
Cool.
cutting it out by hand. Where I used to do things old school, where you just transfer a piece of tracing paper and then like do the negative on it with a burnishing tool, cut it out with an X-Acto knife, pry it, screw it up like usual, and stick it on there. Well, they have this. It's like a low tack tape. It's a clear sheet of like cellophane, and you
Yeah.
put it on there and you just press it down and you peel it up, and it peels the vinyl off it so it sticks on there. And you just press it down on what you want, kind of rub it in a little bit, and then you peel the tape off, the cellophane off, and your vinyl sticks to it.
Awesome.
And there's all kinds of vinyl they have now. They have glitter vinyl, they have shimmering vinyl, they have iron-on vinyl, glossy matte, all these different things in your craft stores and whatnot. So it is really an amazing piece of equipment, and you can even cut things out with it, like when I did Doomcock's background for his that looked like the reactor background. I took a piece of a sheet of styrene plastic and I painted it pink, and then I took a can of white spray paint and just kind of like, did the little, lightning effect there as best I could, and then took a thin piece of styrene. I put it on this, and I used the blade attachment on this to cut through it, so it cut out a little hexagonal pattern, and it saves you so much time. And because what I'm going to be doing is some things like Star Wars, like the Death Star lighting and things, where it has like the long oval strips in the lighting. Because I've done it before with an X-Acto knife, but when you put a light behind it, it really shows any little imperfection if you get anywhere near close to it. You won't get it with this. You'll be able to just put it on there and it'll come out perfect. And just put the vinyl over top of a plexiglass or an acrylic, and it'll work great. So
now, is this a 3D printer?
No, it's like a
pattern cutter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's just called the Cricut machine.
Yeah, CRICUT.
CUT. Whoops.
You might be even able to get like an after Christmas special.
Yeah, you can get it at Michael's. You can get it on Amazon. You can get a lot of different places.
Michael's. We got one of those in Scranton.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that.
Oh, it will make your life so much easier.
Yeah, it's easy. Things that are easy, I really, really love. That's why I don't make lasagna. I make bologna and cheese sandwiches. Without self-inflicted injuries or anything. It's great. And there's Dolly again. Hello, Dolly.
Oh, the kitty. Yeah. So, Fat, when I first saw your latest creation for Wednesday, I just I nearly gave myself a heart attack laughing so hard.
I was halfway across the house and he is just howling with laughter. I had to come and check and see what was wrong with him.
Awesome.
I was thinking about taking that the Punisher design, the Doomcock Punisher image, and putting that on the Cricut and putting that on a T-shirt, just to like, because I think Doomcock really needs to do that one. The only thing is that with that one, fact, might want to like play down like this angle on the top,
Mhm.
that little impression, because the average person that doesn't know Doomcock's channel is going to say that looks like something else.
Yes.
So
That's what it's supposed to look like.
yeah, but when you're walking around in front of people's kids,
Gotcha. Gotcha. I remember. I think it was the last poster idea that I gave to Tyron. I used an AC/DC font, and it said "Doom Lightning Bolt Cock," and he was like, "You might want to get rid of that lightning bolt, so kids aren't walking around asking their parents what a cock is." So yeah, I put them together. Yeah.
Well, you could do the old Hank Hill imitation, and
it's a Coke.
yeah.
Or just carry around a rooster in your pocket,
Yeah, I really want to pick Gary's brain about molding and casting, because he's much better at it than I am. My stuff comes out, it's a little rough and things like that. I have to work on it. It really shows you some of the imperfections when you pull it out of a mold.
Have you ever checked out the Mark D with a C stuff?
Yeah, I watch his channels a lot.
Yeah, he's done some. I like his Doomsday Machine.
Yeah, I do. I like the 6 scale, just because it's so versatile. Like, I mean, because you can dress up Doomcock as Santa Claus. But I'm old. I come from the generation where it's G.I. Joe came with accessory packs, so you only had to buy one toy, but you could change his outfit. And Action Jackson and all those things with the Mego lines. But today, Sideshow or Hot Toys will put one out, and people just keep buying the same figure with a different outfit. It's insane. Like, I don't have that much money. I can't do that.
Yeah. Money is an issue.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I want to do with my little channel I'm starting there, is just show people how to start collecting on a budget, because it's really not that hard. You can save a lot of money on it. It's still not going to be cheap. You're not going to be able to get a really good quality product for $20, but I mean, hell, even the Black Series, the Star Wars Black Series, is up to $30 a pop now, right? So that's
Yeah, tell me about it.
And they're what, 6 inches?
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, this is one of my this is one of my pride and joys right here.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, this is the Playmates.
Oh. Yes. Very.
Yeah. One of the old Playmate ones.
It's funny that years ago, a friend of mine, he had some of his friends who were trying to make a Star Trek fan film back in the early 90s. And so I was building miniature props for them so that they could film them kind of like floating planetoids, like a city on it. I have no idea what they ever did with it, but I'm sure it never made it off the ground, but it was fun.
Yeah. Which one was this? You don't remember the fan film, do you?
The what?
You don't remember the fan film, do you?
Oh no, they never even got that far. It was just like they started filming footage, and I saw some of it. It was very 80s inspired cheesiness. Like, it had the girl flip her hair like very dramatically, like like it was like man, that girl's gonna end up with a whiplash. There was too many takes on that.
Yeah. Well, I've seen some of the Star Wars fan films, and some were okay. Some were okay, but then some were garbage, and then there were some with good acting but horrible CGI. Um, like my favorite series.
Did you ever see the one called? Did you ever see the one called Birth of a Monster?
No.
You should check that one out. It's on YouTube. That one's really well done.
Oh. Birth of a Monster.
Birth of a Monster.
That's one of the problem. One of the things I have with Star Wars is I don't know that I've found. To me, Star Wars has always been a much better. The potential's never really been realized, even in the original trilogy. The idea of it is so, and one of the problems I have with it is like if you take the basis of it, if you take the so it's based on Zen Buddhism, ideas of Qi, and if you look at some of those classic Chinese mythologies, things like these extraordinary abilities and whatnot, and that's clearly where Lucas got the ideas from, and specifically his definitions of the Force and the things you can do with it. So then science fiction writers get a hold of it, and science fiction writers don't have that philosophical background to it, and science fiction writers tend to always jump the shark. They tend to it's like we have this really cool idea, but then it can do everything, and it like becomes like this ultimate weapon kind of thing. It's like everything gets like becomes godlike, almost like the old saying with the difference between Marvel Comics and DC Comics was that Marvel makes heroes, DC makes gods, and the Star Wars was always more of a space fantasy, not quite science fiction, and I think that so a couple of mistakes you make are trying to define the Force, trying to adapt all these the cool video game powers and apply it to the Force. And then like you lose the philosophical context to it. So, and I thought that as clumsy as the prequels were, they did a good job of fleshing out some of the appearance and things like that. The things so and the quality of the fight scenes, especially with the Darth Maul things and the way when they put Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor in that first movie, you can see how they really trained these guys. Of course, at this point, you're never going to get very many Hollywood people that are going to go through that kind of rigorous training.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing they could have done, if you could, of course, rewind the clock, smack these people upside the head, and they should have hired Daniel Wu to make a stunt team. He was the one that did Into the Badlands, and he is part of Jackie Chan's stunt crew. In fact, Jackie Chan considers him a son, and he made a boot camp for these people that are on the show of 6 weeks where he trained them hard so that every fight scene they were in looked believable. It looked realistic. It looked plausible for them. And it's what like you're seeing now with like the the Disney Plus shows where the cop out in Falcon and Winter Soldier, the guy's like, and I made it so the super soldier serum doesn't change the look of your body. Oh, how convenient for your lazy actors. I don't want to go to the gym and work out. Like, too bad. You want to be a superhero. Like, you need to be able to do super heroic things. So you need to look the part. Like, what? I can't be, 300 pounds and just jump across buildings? No, sorry.
No.
Let's get in shape for it. Give people something to aspire to. But yeah, that's my thing with Star Wars. It's always been a better idea than has been executed. So, not that I don't think it will ever see it, but that's why I'm kind of used to disappointment with Star Wars. So,
well, my biggest problem with The Force Awakens is I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry, you just cannot break the laws of physics. How are 3 light beams going to go from one planet to an entire star system and blow every planet up? That's where they lost me.
Yeah, yeah. They, you know, it's one of those things where um, I think someone said it not too long ago that these writers, they used to have to pay their dues, right? They used to have to, work and write on the side, do your full time job, and you go home and or you know what that's like. You go home, you write, and you try and get that creative energy, and and sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes you're sitting there and like you'll have a page, you write everything out, and then crumple it up the next day, um, and then it hits, and then you get it, and but you work for it, and along the way you have this real life experience that you apply to your stories, and that really is what makes a story compelling is when you get the human factor to it, when you get that ability to that thing of um, people that can identify with, and then um, they don't do that anymore. They just they throw these things. These kids are coming out there writing. They have no life experience. The hardest thing they ever had was like, oh my god, one time we had a storm and I lost Wi-Fi for like 3 hours, and it was so hard, and and I needed to talk to my therapist, but the Wi-Fi was down, and yeah, kid, that's rough. I can see how that would be traumatic for you. That's a tough one. So yeah, these kids haven't these writers haven't paid their dues. They haven't struggled. They haven't lived through anything, and God, it's been how long since I mean, I grew up with we had one air conditioner in the whole house, and on the really hot nights we could sleep on my dad's floor. That was it.
When
But
I was a really little kid, air conditioning to us was one of those styrofoam coolers with ice in it and a fan.
yeah,
That was it, you know.
well, I was the youngest, so my brothers got the fans, and I sweated. So
Yeah,
I was when somebody got a new fan, it was like I got the old one. It was like, yeah.
yeah.
My first radio was this old transistor radio, from probably like 1940. That you're
Yeah,
trying
I
to,
had the I had the plastic LP player, the
yeah,
single LP player.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So has anybody seen there's a Star Trek fan film or fan film series called New Frontier or Hidden Frontier? Hidden Frontier.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, that one. Good storylines. Iffy writing or no iffy acting, and cheesy special effects, but they're passable. A lot better written than anything that the filth has come out with.
Hmm.
But I recommend it. The only thing that I kind of had issues with is they had a lot of um, LGBTQ themes. And I'm
Hmm.
like, that's fine. However, um, don't shove it down my throat.
Yeah.
And and Carla Burton is asking for it. So let me do you guys can talk around as I look for this site.
Where is? Hang on a second. I got to run upstairs and get a shot quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Drink them if you got them, guys. I don't know why I did that. There it is.
Yeah, these fan films that are. It's funny because I was an art major, and I'm wondering if they're putting all those elements in there because they want to get noticed by the current powers that be. They're thinking, hey, this is what they're looking for.
Yeah.
So they put all those elements in there. And it's funny, as an art major in the 80s, um, and we would hang out on South Street in Philly. And so there were a lot of gay people around, a lot of gay people in the classes and stuff. But what you found was most people were just normal people that just wanted to live their life,
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to be accepted for who they were.
Yeah.
And now it's like they come along and they don't even give you their name. Like, hi, I'm Tom and I'm gay. Great. That's I didn't introduce myself and say, hey, I have a tendency for redheads, but you know, it's just one of those
Yeah.
things. But you're like, and and the people that had the least tolerance were like the normal gay people that were like, oh God, one of them. Yeah, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like, the activists? They're like, they got the daddy issues where mommy and daddy didn't accept them, so they want to make sure everybody else knows exactly. Like, okay, fine. But I don't know. It just it's irritating that you're being counterproductive because you're alienating people.
Yeah.
It's just like when you it's like, what do you do after that? What do you do? If that's the thing that makes you special, you just described it in like 3 seconds. Like, okay, what now? Like, what else about you is interesting? Because that's really not interesting. It's like, I mean, I look at the people that shop at Walmart at night. If you go to Walmart after dark and you see all the crazy people that come out, and you sit there and they're like behind them in the shopping cart, and you see the duct tape and the whipped cream, and you're like, I wonder what they're. No, I don't want to know what they're going to do with it.
Things that should never be. Things that would burn your brain out.
Yeah.
But I do got to say that it again, it's well done if you could get some past the flaws, and it actually had 2 additional spin-offs to it. One was called Odyssey, and one was called the Helena Chronicles. And again, if you get past the cheesy effects, they are actually well written and very passable. And when we need things when we need good stories and stuff like that, we need passable stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's right now. I mean, I foresee that it's we're going to hit a point pretty quickly where, like you see it now with I would imagine that the live stream is sort of it's an extension of reality TV, but it's unscripted for the most part. And you get to just kind of interact with real people. And the technology is coming along so well where you have people that are able to make really good quality special effects. Hollywood's not going to have. I mean, hell, even the actors. I mean, my favorite movies are like Casablanca. Okay, first time I ever saw it was in 1989, and I fell in love with the movie. And there's a couple scenes in there where there's absolutely no dialogue with Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman, and you can feel the emotions that they're experiencing on that film, without a line of dialogue. They were just that good of actors, and I think part of it is probably that the audiences are so dumb now too, though, you talk to these kids and you say something like, that, well, so and so, like, I didn't see that. Well, it was implied. I didn't see it on screen, so it doesn't count. Like, really? Like, and they feel like they're entitled to have everything explained out for them and shown in explicit detail, or else it didn't really happen. You can't put together an idea about what's implied without showing it. And I think it's smarter storytelling. I think a lot of this stuff is much better left to the imagination. Like, it's kind of like the is Deckard a replicant idea, right? I never really thought too much about it. Doomcock makes a great case, and I think clearly Ridley Scott was trying to make the case that he is a replicant without coming out and spelling it out for you. But I like that there's a little bit of people, if you want to take it the other way that he's not, you can probably do that and be fine with the movie. But we don't ask anything of the audience anymore. We spell everything out, and everything's just like, if it didn't happen, then it didn't happen. That's kind of like what I like about action figures, is that I can take my toy shelf and it can represent anything that I want. I could take a Christopher Reeve Superman and put him next to a Ben Affleck Batman, and that could be my reality. That could be the best representation of those characters that I think I'm going to get, and that's what I have on my shelf. And in my mind, they can play out some of the classic stories in the comic books that I read. I don't need to see, Henry Cavill in everything, or I don't have to accept that, like, all right, so now you're going to put Michael B. Jordan in it. Like, why? Why don't you just make, like, there's so many other movies that, like, you're neglecting. Like, I started collecting Marvel comics back in '76, and nobody realized that Blade is actually British. Idris Elba would have been a great choice to be Blade. But, well, yeah, because it's not Wesley Snipes. Well, Wesley Snipes wasn't the best pick for Blade. I mean, he did a great action sequence because, he's a capable martial artist, and he was, like, able to perform so many of those stunts that he did and make it look really great. You're not going to get that in this new version. Mahershala Ali's not a martial artist, and he's too old and he's too big to make it look anything like that. But he's an Oscar-winning actor, an Oscar-winning black actor, so that's why they wanted him, because it gives you legitimacy. Whereas, I think you should be looking at people who can just play a character instead of, look what we got, because that's pretty much how you ended up with Brie Larson. She won an Academy Award. Yeah, but so what? It's like, walk into a Walmart into the $5 bin, you can find, like, 20 Oscar-winning movies for $5 that nobody remembers.
So true. So true.
Sorry, I don't mean to ramble.
That's okay. We're can't believe we've already gone almost 2 hours here. That's what happens when we got a bunch of good guys here. Just having fun.
Good guys and me.
Good. No, fat. Stop. you maniac.
You're a man, dude.
Most prolific effects guy on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, you see stuff like I tune in. I'm like, all right, how many of these? Like, I see one. Where there's one, there's got to be at least like 6 of them, because just like, I don't know how you get, like, the inspiration, like, fire these things off. Like, I mean, I do stuff where I'm like, I get an idea. Like the other night, last night, I'm like, oh, you know what? I got to make Doomcock a Santa Claus outfit, and it took me like 3 hours. So I'm like,
he does this stuff in minutes.
I know.
Minutes.
Well,
Hi, Rennie.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello, Rennie.
Hi, Rennie.
Hi, Rennie.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. Glad you
I
can
had
make it.
scallops wrapped in bacon tonight.
Oh, I'll take the
Yes.
bacon. You can keep the scallops.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, my granddaughter walked in and she smelled the ham and she says, bacon. I said, damn. She says, I'll eat that too.
I know she sounds as picky as me. I already like her.
She is super picky. But
It's Lord.
she's 5.
Yeah, she's 5 and picky.
I have a
Andy, you're
19.
talking about the Santa suit. I made Doomcock a cape a while ago. It's the one on Zazzle, the one for the one shirt he has.
Right.
Mhm.
And when you sent him the little figure, I
Yeah.
made a little cape for the little figure.
Yeah, he was telling me about that, Sandra. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's awesome. We gotta make him a scepter or something like that he can like, and some ray guns.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
I have
That's an idea.
I'll show you the thing I'm sending him.
I want a ray gun.
Hang on a second. I'll show
Rennie
you what I'm
ray
sending
gun.
him now.
Oh, Rennie, look at my avatar. That is a target that I labeled. I had done right hand, left hand, different guns
yeah.
and everything. But I put little labels on there for Doomcock, like STD and some of the other things on there. And I told Tyron, watch it because when we get together at the range, when I'm down in Texas again, if we can, you're going to be shooting that well, and he's going to have to really work to compete with you.
Exactly. He swears he's going to be a better shot. We'll see.
Okay. Who is that?
That is Mikey Spock.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
So
Speaking of
You-
taking things to the shooting range,
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on the back of this with the cricket machine, Starfleet janitorial,
Oh dear.
and put a hollow deck for her. Or the other option is I'm gonna put her in Pike's wheelchair. So like Star Trek Discovery has just been her fantasy that the Telosians put in her head.
Nice.
Nice.
That's going out Monday for him. So
awesome.
Very nice.
Nice.
yeah, I was trying to get it done before Christmas, but yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah. Oh, a scepter with a portal to a dimension. Which dimension? Not the dimension.
The Phantom Zone. No.
No, the other.
Well, it's good to see I'm not the only one working on a project. My granddaughter picked an Afghan. I made a baby blanket, and now she has to have a blanket. So she picked out one of the most complicated patterns. So I am in the process of working on her blanket while I'm on here.
Oh, nice. What colors?
It's variegated yarn in yellows, blues, purples, browns, greens, oranges. And then after I get the center sections done, then I have to put white around everything and then put it all together.
Okay. Cool.
My
I
daughter,
just never had a knack for crafts, so I don't have a steady hand. I can't do any of that. I'm just not good at it.
my daughter is currently doing like every year she does. We have like my great nephews and great nieces now, so she does. She crochets animals for them every year for Christmas. So
That's
she's done bears, hippopotamuses. This year she's doing whales. She did this year. She's doing squids, like little octopuses with the little tentacles and stuff like that. She likes that because like the kids keep like multiplying. So she's like, I can't do all of them anymore. So college is getting in the way.
Do any of the squids have fezzes?
Not yet.
I'm
Can
still,
always be added.
I am still looking for the fez. Hold on a second.
I just got I've got these little bodies that I'm going to use to make little Harvey figures. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to redo.
I
the
am
head.
still looking for a fez for this character.
Oh, there you go.
Awesome.
Hmm.
Got it at Books a Million.
Yeah. So you were saying,
Now-
Andy?
Sweet.
How big is it?
About a foot.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, I might be able to do something with that.
Oh
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I picked that up at, what was it, Books a Million?
Yeah, it was Books a Million.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do with the cricket machine, like make a cylinder and mail it out to you.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Put all the neat little.
And
fire-
it's if I remember right, it's a Hames. It's the Hames fez.
Yeah. It's I've got the images I downloaded. When I did the original Harvey figure, which I did the fez a little bit oversized because I was having a hard time making it so you could actually see the details in the fez. So we're gonna have to keep that in mind for the next round.
Okay.
The hard part about that was like, because I'm trying to eventually like produce some of these that like I can make available for people, and like in doing like batches of 5. And Harvey will be pretty easy because he's just like the doing the head, hands, feet, repaint the bodies, and do the fez. And I think throw a tank top and some boxer shorts on him.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm working on forming a network of customizers that work in 6 scale. So I got a guy who's in the crowd and stuff like that does electronics work. So he's adding. We were just talking the other night about diorama bases and stuff, so that making like a standardized size that he can put in there for sound effects. So say you get a Doomcock figure and you want to have like you have one button that plays the music and all that, or some of his like sayings like without respect we reject, things like that. You'll have the little buttons on there you can press, but and have these little boxes that you can just attach right to existing diorama bases. Because I got another guy who he's building dioramas, so like you can have your figure. Because I had started some of the things I sent Doomcock that he's never shown. I sent him a containment field for Harvey, but it kind of got a little messed up in transit, and he's not quite sure how to put it back together. So he might have to get a hold of Gary and like figure it out. But this will be cool because he'll be able to. We got a guy who I'll do action figures. Somebody else will do diorama bases. Somebody else will do the electronic parts if you want sound effects and things like that. So you'll have like, and I'm working on getting my son to buy a 3D printer because he does 3D modeling. And of course it's just a matter of kicking him in the ass enough that he actually does it. Yeah, I know.
Well, guys, I'm getting sleepy again, so I'm gonna have to go.
All right. Well, thanks for coming.
I just wanted to come and say hi. You may need to kick Tyron. He's asleep.
Tyron.
I was wondering why he was so quiet.
Yeah, he's only quiet when he's asleep or he's frustrated or he's stepped away, but he's asleep. So,
well, which is understandable. It's been a 15-hour difference or something.
Well, yeah, and he sleeps in like 2-hour blocks, so it's kind of weird.
Wow.
So yeah, you guys, I just wanted to come on and say hi.
Well, thanks, Rennie.
Appreciate that,
yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
you guys
Rennie.
Have
Christmas, Rennie.
Merry
you guys
care.
have a good one. Thanks.
You too.
Bye.
Wow. Well, I think we've had a great time here, and I've enjoyed myself. And I just thought I wanted to. I wasn't ready to suddenly wind things down at about 9:30 Eastern.
Yeah.
So wanted to come out there and come out here and just chat with the game.
Yeah,
And
well, this was a really nice surprise and a welcome Christmas gift, Greg.
well, glad I can do it, and glad everybody out there in the chat can come on and join the fun. I like that. Is that so?
Yeah, don't tell anyone. That's how they happen.
Okay. I could give Fett an idea in about 5 minutes. I've got a DM with with what he came up with. It's just like it boggles the mind. I am in awe. In awe at how he can do it.
I asked him to jazz up my my logo and stuff, and I just threw a couple things together, some lettering in front of like Frankenstein's castle.
Mhm.
Next thing I know, he's got all this really cool stuff coming along. I'm like, damn, that's great. Then I had the one guy I teach. He's been doing commercial art and working for like large pharmaceutical advertising companies for the last 20 years, and he's been an art director in several large advertising firms. And he's like, that looks great. The only thing I would say is like, have him put your name in a regular font and put it in white. Other than that, it's perfect. Wow. Okay. So.
Well, you saw what he did for us for the upcoming chat. I'm like, wow.
But I mean, like, that's high praise when an established professional looks at your stuff and finds like that little like that's wrong with it, and like because a lot of us like do this stuff out of passion and stuff like that, and but he's of that level, that high caliber, he could probably get a job with some of these people like doing a lot of this, which I mean, I don't know, of course corporate America, that's a terrible place.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sound like a big head or anything, but it's like Carla Burton said in the chat a little bit ago that, it's like our little group, we should be doing the pop culture thing. I honestly, no, seriously, I think we could do a better job than these people.
Oh yeah.
Well,
We've got writers, we've got graphic designers, we've got model makers. We could definitely do.
There's enough of us that sew. We also have costumers.
Yeah, we got costumers. Yeah. We've got enough talent here.
And you got a guy with a fez.
And we got
Yes.
I'm telling you, you're gonna once you get that Cricut machine, you're gonna be cranking stuff out so fast.
Awesome.
It speeds things up so much. It's a little bit of a learning curve, but now I get on this thing and I'll print out a whole bunch of stuff at once. Like I'm trying to get I have a whole bunch of stuff on order, and once it gets here, like I have every intention of sending a bunch of figures out to Vet for Hire so he can make his own animatronic. He wants to take a picture. All right, take a picture, and you take the picture of that action figure, and he can incorporate it into all of his stuff. Yeah. So once I get like the stuff coming in for the Harvey figures, I have to work on the sculpt. I'm going to try and make the head sculpt look just like the little plushie that he's got, as close as I can, without making it look like a plushie. But I want to. That way, there's continuity to it, because at first, like the version I did for him was sort of like a kind of like a cross between Milhouse from The Simpsons and Cthulhu. So, but I think we should have the continuity of what he has on the videos and stuff. So he'll be about this big, like about 3-4 inches tall, and stand next to a 12-inch figure. But of course, because that way, if it works out right, and we can get the other guy to make the containment fields, like that, you just so it's like a little window frame, and you can pop your Harvey in there, and he can sit back and forth there and talk.
Great. Yeah, I'll definitely check out that Cricut machine. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I think I have the. I don't have the top of the line model. I think I have the Explorer 2, and it works. It works great for what I need it to. Like I'm not even sure everything it can do. My daughter does all kinds of stuff with it. She made me like little stickers with the little logo on there that I can just stick to the back of the box of the figures that I do. So
Right.
uh, I just did one for Eric July, and uh, he said that he's looking to start his own comic book universe.
Mhm.
So he said I might have to commission you to do figures for like the Rippaverse. I'm like, cool, that'd be neat to like actually do actual heroes. So
Hey, Andy, before we start wrapping things up, can you put your channel out there so I can put it out into the chat?
yeah, let me figure out how to do that.
If you do have a channel. Yeah, you do have a channel. That's a dumb question.
Sally, come on.
Yeah, It's 11:30 here. Well, yeah, it's 11:30 here. I think most of us except for
Here too.
most of us except for Tyron are in this batch are in the same time zone.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in Eastern, Andy?
Yep, I'm in New Jersey.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
so
right
it's
across
just-
from Philly. I'm right across from Philly.
I'm
Ah.
sorry.
Camden? Oh no.
No, it's Westville, so it's like
Oh.
I'm right across from the Navy Yard.
Okay,
Oh,
I know where that
sweet.
is.
Sweet.
Let's see.
Awesome. I think Ben Franklin Bridge is right near there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the one that you pay to get into, or you don't pay to get into Jersey, but you have to pay to get out of Jersey?
Correct. That's all the bridges in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one free bridge at Easton.
Yeah. I don't know if that helps you, Raymond, because I don't know how to do the whole.
Oh, that's fine. I got it.
But yeah, it's I can go literally like 3 streets over, and I can see directly across the river of the city. Well, a lot of history here. There's a Stephen Decatur grew up. He lived in this town. He was the commander of the naval forces during the Revolutionary War, and he lived over on River Drive over there, and he would walk 2 miles to school every day to the Woodbury Academy, which became the Woodbury High School. So pretty neat. The bridge is like 30 seconds from my house. Like it's been there since the Revolutionary War, and the Colonial Army blew it up to slow down the British forces. And there's actually 6 minutes away from here. There's 2 twin forts. You got Fort Mifflin on the PA side. You got Fort Mercer on the Jersey side, and they had 200 Hessian soldiers stationed here as a guard, for the supplies coming in from the British. And the Colonial Army came in and wiped all 200 of them out and just buried their bodies in the hills over there. I got a friend of mine who does ghost hunting, and he went through there with his equipment and stuff like that. It's like you get all kinds of like neat results.
Well, I grew up in York County, and the Gates House Plow Tavern is in downtown York, and that's where the Conway Cabal was quashed. It's still standing. It's the original building, and they also have a reproduction of the York County Courthouse, the original one where the Articles of Confederation were signed.
Wow.
And
Hail, Stellar Heather, not to interrupt.
Yes.
Stellar Heather.
Hi, Stellar.
Hi, Stellar Heather. And
the
thank you
little
for
town I
being.
grew up in, it's actually part of the old Indian Trail that went all the way from Philly to Pittsburgh. And there's all sorts of places from the Underground Railroad there, and the bridge between Wrightsville and Columbia that was burned when the Confederates tried to come up and invade that way, so they had to wound up going up to Harrisburg and then down to Gettysburg. So there's a lot of history in that whole area.
Thanks for putting that out there. I was just getting ready to put the channel out there, and Stellar,
Yeah.
the very quick wrench, the swords lady extraordinaire put it out there.
The most stellar of all Heathers.
The most stellar of all Heathers.
Absolutely.
So, I know she's not going to come on, but if she wants to, I have the stream for her.
Come on, bring Petey.
Yeah, bring Petey.
Last year, I was going out to my truck, and I look in the corner by my garage, outside by the door, because it's separate from the house, and I see this big pile of white over there, and here's this poor little possum just all curled up there, and I'm like, and looking kind of chilly, and I'm like, checking him out, and here he was scurrying across the street, and he got his tail run over and crushed. So I got a hold of a wildlife rescue service, and they came out and they picked him up, and they ended up amputating part of his tail, and now he's got a home in a rehab facility where he just hangs out being a possum in a rehab facility.
We had one in my house in Maryland. I was hearing this screeching noise, and I looked out, and the poor possum was hit.
Oh.
And he was still there. He was still alive. He was growling at me. I said, "Oh, I'm not going to go anywhere near this guy." So I called an animal rescue, and I hope he found a good home.
God bless those people that rehab the animals.
Yeah.
I have a cat.
Yeah.
We have 4. We have 4
I got a
of them.
dog and a cat.
We have a dog. We have a dog and 4 ferrets.
I always wanted a ferret.
The one cat
Do a lot of work.
I had, we one Saturday morning, this is back around 95 or 96, Saturday morning we heard this bang on the front deck, and we didn't know what it was. My mother looks out the window and she says, "There's a cat out there with one of those clamp traps, beaver trap on his paw." Okay, I go downstairs, get my fire gear on because I'm not getting rabies for nobody. I squeezed clamps to open the thing up and got him out of it. And he, his fur's all matted down and all this. So we figured, well, we'll take him to the vet, get the paw checked. And they shared, the paw was okay, just a little tender. And they shaved off the matted down areas and cleaned him up. He grew back within a couple of months. And he turned out to be one of my bestest buddies. And unfortunately, up country, we let the cats out, but we're right next to a road, and he got splatted. And that really tore my heart out. There were so many things going wrong right then and then to have my buddy taken away, But he was a great cat. I've had cats all my life. I love them.
I used to until the allergies started kicking in.
I had my cat growing up.
Snoopy is the best dog, but he is such an ornery little cuss. He's a Staffordshire Terrier, so he's a cousin to a Pit. And we knew early on when we adopted him from the shelter that he would need some training and we'd need to know how to handle him. So one of the things we taught him is trade, and then we taught him to drop it. And then he decided a fun thing was steal. So he'll pick up a remote when Daddy leaves it sit. He'll pick up Daddy's reading glasses. He'll take the bookmark out of a book. He'll do anything he can to get a treat. And then he'll just walk around with it hanging out of his mouth until you notice him. And then he starts jumping around and prancing and dancing, and you have to trade with him.
Yeah.
I grew up we had a dog. He looked just like Benji. He was half poodle and half terrier. And unfortunately, my dad grew up in an era where like he grew up in the city where the dogs stayed outside, which ever since like I've had dogs, they've always been inside, like part of the family. So I was back in '95. I was working overnight at a supermarket running the frozen food department, and it's a 24-hour store. And this woman comes in with a little puppy, and I'm like, "Can I help you?" And she's like, "Well, I just came in to buy flu medicine, but I found this little thing shivering outside." So I take the puppy and go and I buy her a leash and a collar. I call the local police to see if they got an SPCA, and they're like, "No, we don't have anything, but if we get an officer clear, we'll send them over." So I get her some food and get her some water and clean up the mess. And then she came home with me. It was funny because, like, before we got married, my wife had always wanted a Pomeranian, and this was a golden retriever puppy, so not exactly a Pomeranian. So I called up her dad. They lived across the street from a feed store. He had his own restaurant, and I said to him, "Yo, Skippy, do me a favor. Can you grab me a bag of puppy food? And I'll be by to pick it up today." Like, yeah, no problem. And I hadn't had a chance to talk to her because she gotten done earlier than me at her store, and so she goes to work at her dad's to relieve him in the afternoon so he can go take a nap and whatnot. And either that or we would go ride horses together. And so he says to her, "What kind of puppy food does he need?" I'm like, "What did you do?" And so I had two golden retrievers and great dogs, my favorite dogs. They just fit me to a T, right? Well, she would always complain about all the long dog hair and stuff. So like, I'm like, all right, fine. Everybody's telling me, just get a yellow lab. It's the same dog but with short hair. Not the same dog. So we got Goldie. Talk about a thief. This dog stole 2 trays of brownies and ate them both. She broke into the Easter candy one time and ate all of the Easter candy, wrappers and everything. Didn't get sick at all though. The funniest was my brother Ed. He had cancer and he spent the summer on chemotherapy, and his son, who was like 11 at the time, we were leaving on vacation, and he calls me up. He says, "Look, feel free to say no, but like he's had a crappy summer. Like, would you?" I'm like, "Yes." You don't even have to ask me. Yeah, we'll just. So, well, my brother and his wife were like, they're super health nuts, right? Like everything had to be like completely organic and stuff like that, and like which great, but like a little bit of overkill. So they send him with these 2 giant shopping bags full of healthy Cliff bars and oatmeal and all organic stuff. And like, I'm like, all right, well, I put it up on the table and barricaded it up, figured it'll be fine. She's not gonna go after all that. Come down in the morning, she ripped it all apart. Yeah, she ate everything, and like that stuff she got sick on. All the brownies and stuff, but her favorite thing in the world, like so she loves apples. She will steal a whole bag of apples. And she leaves the wrappers in the one corner in the living room. We call it the corner of shame. She'll like, you look over there and she just goes and slinks away. And but her favorite thing in the world is cabbage hearts. If I'm cutting up a cabbage and making like corned beef and cabbage or ham and cabbage or coleslaw, she's out there like begging, like you would swear I'd had a steak. She's sitting there eating. But yeah, she's so good at. She actually took a peanut butter jar, held it like this in her paws, and unscrewed the lid with her mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd have paid to see that.
Yeah, I'd have paid to see that too.
I had no idea until like I heard something out in the living room. I was in the kitchen, and I come out, and I peek around the corner, and there she is, like holding this thing like this, and she's kind of working the lid. I'm like, you son of a bitch! Like, let's go. So, yeah.
Well, there are times that I think when Snoopy's trying to get into the mudroom, that if he could use his mouth to open up the door and go into the mudroom and the rest of the house.
Have
But
you seen that video, the Ultimate Dog Tease?
No.
Oh, you've got to look that up on YouTube and watch it. It is hysterical. It's this guy. He dubs the dog's voice in, and like he's talking to the dog, and the dog's like, "Yeah, what
I've
was
seen
it?"
that. Yes, I've seen that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Well, this was great, guys.
Yep.
I enjoyed myself, and I figured we there's still enough of us that still needed to occupy our times before calling it a night. After all, it's Saturday night and nothing's happening. So you guys have been great. I know this is informal, but if anybody wants to hear what's coming up, I've got January packed already. If anybody wants to hear, and some of these are tentative, on the next week, we're having the return of the amazing Wendy Webb. She's got some good stories coming up. I think she will be very entertaining. We've talked about it, and she's got some great stuff coming up. Then that'll be a nice warm up for New Year's. The 5th is going to be KR Companion. I'm thinking about Deef coming on. Andy, you're coming on the 8th.
Yep.
Clobbering Times is tentatively. Hello, Grifter Van Wagner. How are you?
Hi there.
Hail.
The 12th is tentatively scheduled for Clobbering Times and Raquel Briggs. I'm thinking of talking about the Fantastic Four, the world's greatest comic magazine. Anti-Derivative Joe comes back for on the 19th, so we can continue our Deep Space Nine discussion. The 22nd, guys, it's Paranorman Tag, Fez for Hire, and Fet for Hire.
Me?
Yes, we got you. Are you okay to can you do that?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so the 4 of us will be on there. We're just going to do a Just Cuz.
That was just the voices talking to me again.
The voices.
Do it.
And
Do it.
on the 26th, we're going to have Orville Nation on. And right now for February 5th, I've got my former drum instructor. And he actually helped to put together or build a music store and instruction and school, and we're going to talk about them. So as you can see, we are booked for January and the beginning of February.
That's
Ready?
gonna be fun.
I'm here.
Yeah. Hey.
Can you do me
Hey.
a massive fucking favor and turn off my mic?
Oh, are we listening to things?
Wrong chat.
Wrong chat.
I am.
If anybody has ideas of stuff they want to bring on,
Raymond, I think
Ronnie.
you ought to talk to Cardinal Sin about his drumming and his career in the punk rock bands he had. You know, he jumps in on those things with on the Midnight to Midnights,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got like somebody ought to float the idea out to Doomcock about
Someone needs to fall asleep on the stream.
Doomcock ought to do a thing with Cardinal Sin on just UFO stuff.
Mm.
Because his knowledge and his contacts and that stuff are like very extensive. I mean, and there's a demand for that. I think some of this stuff with piercing the veil is a little heady for a lot of people,
Yeah.
but like the UFO stuff, I think a lot of people are really into these days.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see about we'll see about that. Let's see. And as everybody knows, and I'll just tell the chat, right now we're having a raffle to celebrate 100 subscribers. Yes, it's small, it's baby steps, but it's a milestone. You have a good evening, Carla. You take care. And
Good night,
Merry
Carla.
Christmas.
Good night, Carla.
Good night.
So Sandra will put my website out there, but we're doing a raffle probably around the 5th. And the prizes are signed copies of my books, an alternate gift for those who have signed copies. And it's just something I want to do to show my appreciation.
I wish you could get them in an audio version.
I'm thinking about it. I really am.
Great.
Because it takes me so long to read a book, but like I like to put stuff on, like, because I'm always working on something. I'm always like building this, building that, sculpting this, like, and I can listen to things, but I can't, necessarily, if I can't do this and read.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I can listen to it and do other things, it's great.
I'll think about it and see what we can do, and how much. What's the investment going to be?
Mm-hmm.
So, hold on. Yeah. So, guys, it's been great. We've put your channels out there. Oh, what's this? What is Fett doing? What?
What happened?
You are a maniac. You, sir, are a maniac.
He did that on purpose.
Yes, he did that on purpose.
Oh, love it.
Oh
Love
my
it.
God. Oh,
That's awesome.
You are a maniac. And I say that with the deepest respect, Fett.
When the voices speak, I must listen.
Let them never stop speaking to you.
All right, guys.
Gotta love it.
Thanks for having me so much.
Oh, thanks for coming on, Andy.
Yeah.
Andy. Thanks, John.
Yep, no problem.
Thanks.
And Andy, good meeting you.
Likewise.
And we'll be in touch.
Yes.
Thanks, Tyron. Thanks for coming on board. Thanks, Rennie. And as always, thank you, Fett.
Thanks.
It's a pleasure
Fett.
coming on, having you
Good night,
here.
brother.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Take
night.
care. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
And to the
Christmas. Happy
chat.
New Year.
Good night, Snorter Poopus. Good night, Carla Burton. Good night, Legatus Legionai, who says that too was in a band and they like to keep it sleazy.
He's never going to let that go.
Oh. Good night, Grifter Van Wagner. Good night,
Hey.
Carla Burton.
If my mind didn't get gradually sleazier, you wouldn't get the Doomcock picks.
True that. True that. Good night, Stellar Heather, the Stellarist of the Heathers. Good night,
night,
Snorter
Steve.
Poopas. You take care, buddy. Good night, Legatus Legionai. Number one in everybody's heart.
Yep.
And let's see. Anybody else did it? Let's see. We said good night to Rennie. Legalis. I think that's everybody. Good night, honey. To the amazing Sandra Feliciano, my better half, the one who keeps me, on track. Good night,
Trying to keep him out of trouble.
Yeah, and I get in trouble real easy.
Oh yeah.
Good night, anti-derivative Jill. Have a Merry Christmas. And I think that's, I don't think I've missed. Good night, the lovely Sherry, if you're still here. And good night, Sax. Got to say good night to everybody who's been on here. Good night. Of course, good night, Casey Osowski.
Yeah, and Grifter von Wagner joined us just there at the end. So welcome and good night.
Yes.
Yep.
Good night, Mayor McCheese. And sounds like Casey Osowski's got a great idea for a channel. I hope we can get it up. I hope we can help him to get it going.
Yep.
And keep it going. So, everybody have a merry what's left of the Christmas, and we'll talk at you later.
Yep.
Adios.
Take care, folks.
Yep.
Right.
Take care.
Good night.
Adios.
Bye bye.
Hasta luego.
Bye.
How do we do this here?